To know the usability, what are the uses you can do with the land? Is it commercial? Is it residential? Is it agricultural land? Number 4, it is important to conduct a search of the land that you are intending to buy. And how do you conduct a search? You get a copy of the title from the people who are selling. Once you get a copy of the title, you go to there. If it's an entity, you are going to get their PIN certificate, their certificate of incorporation. Go to a land registry and conduct a search. Once you conduct a search, you are going to get results.
Just let me butt in, please, kindly. All this, you haven't paid for this land?
Yes, not
all right,
yet.
It's important to note, because you have some who pay and then they begin doing all these processes. All right, so first of all, you have not yet paid. By the time you're knowing the land, you're doing the search, usability of the land, this is just you doing due diligence, assessing before any payment. Whether an individual again or a company, doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
All right, good.
In addition to that, once you get the search of the land that you're buying, it is important to go to the site, Doreen.
Enda ujione.
Kwa sababu wanasema kwa ground vitu zinaweza kuwa different.
All right, I hear you.
So go to the land itself, see the beacons, because a land has beacons. Beacons means demarcation. That if you're buying, for example, plot number 4 at our latest project called Kikuyu Breeze, and maybe if you give me a chance, I'll tell our viewers where Kikuyu Breeze is, or Juja Prime, for example. If we take you to the site, we have demarcated the land, including access roads, because once you subdivide a piece of land, Doreen, you must give access to roads. So you must be shown where will be my road access to where my plot is, so that later the neighbor will not tell you are trespassing on their land. You've ever heard about trespass?
Yes.
Those conditions usually arise where roads access were not made.
Or sometimes, you know, this piece of land, when I was buying it, for example, it was 50 by 100 or 47 by 60. This was the size, and then you get a neighbor saying that you've entrenched a bit.
Correct.
So now that's why these beacons are necessary and important.
They are very important. And
this is class 101. We are learning.
And the beacons have numbers. So it's important to clarify whether the numbers on the ground and the ones on the map, because once you subdivide a piece of land, you get a map, you know. There is a map, a paper that has and
this is given to the buyer.
Correct.
All right.
And the map, which is a paper, is a representation of the ground, how the ground looks like. So if there is a discrepancy on the paper and the ground, you need to raise a question. For example, if you're buying a corner plot, it's number 6, and when you go to the ground, corner plot is number 7. There is a discrepancy. So you need to ask those questions. Why is it that on the paper it is not matching the ground? Are we together? You understand what I mean?
Understand.
So it has to match. Everything has to match from what is on the paper to what is on the ground. After